Hi, hello.
You were telling me this guy below me is telling me, take care of yourself. You need to be good to your body. You're getting old. And then also mix your medications.
I did say that, but I did not say any of those helpful things up front.
Leland said,
But you have.
Anthony, I can't do. I'm not good at impressions.
That was close. You're getting there in pitch. You're getting there in pitch.
Do standard white man voice.
Hi, I'm John Smith.
One.
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy seems to be the go-to.
Yeah, I mean,
hello.
I think the Dave Chappelle new one is kind of the standard now.
Hello, I'm Chuck Greenlee. This is the 6 o'clock news.
Leland is literally telling me to no, because Leland's telling me to mix my medications. Because it'd be funny for the show.
He said this party, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that your painkiller and your muscle
I
relaxer
literally
were not
told
the same
you.
thing.
I literally told you, and then you're like, do it anyway for the show.
No.
It would be good content, though.
See, you're not letting me finish. So you're just being a
what
bad
am I being?
man.
What am I being?
You're being a poop, if you will.
What am I?
You're a poop.
That's not what you're gonna say. Come on.
It wasn't what I was gonna say. Don't tell Anthony to overdose. I didn't know that the muscle relaxer and the painkiller were not the same.
I literally told you my doctor told me
you're
not to at the same time.
listening. You're not listening at all. And now you're just making me mad. And you know what happens when I'm mad? A bad show.
A bad show?
I mean, it's already bad enough. You're here.
Ow. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, no, it's fine. I don't put up our handles when there's only 3 of us anyway.
Nah, I mean, we stopped doing that a long time ago.
Y'all see what I have to deal with?
You just weren't listening to me, and I had to yell at you to get me to listen.
Well, go ahead and tell your version of it, and then I'll tell the truth.
No, it don't matter now.
Oh, okay.
So how's your guys' weekend?
I had 1 day off this week. It's great.
Jeez.
I got pain meds, so
Dad, stop fighting. Daddy and Zaddy are having a moment.
Yeah, because the two of you just keep working like 12-day shifts.
They don't do that like that often.
The point is you do it to begin with, and it makes you both cranky.
I'm not cranky. I'm having a fine time. Mm-hmm. I'm doing A-okay.
Is that your Amazon device telling you have a notification that you have not listened to yet?
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
I don't know, just close.
Yeah, it has a notification for you. That just ask it to play your notifications, but later. Just do it later.
Could do it now.
No.
Did you order anything?
Yeah.
Oh, does he think it got delivered?
No.
Okay,
shouldn't show up.
I'm trying to help. I'll stop.
Shouldn't show up for another day or so.
But you
I honestly thought that thing just glows like so you know the power is on.
No.
It's trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
Alexa, what's up?
It's ask about your notifications.
Oh, she's telling me it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. Oh, she wants to tell me a pirate joke. But she's not going to continue, so we'll skip that.
You didn't ask it about your notifications, so it's still going to stay yellow.
Alexa, tell me about my notifications. Oh, I do have a notification. Yeah. Oh.
It's about to say his entire address. Like...
Good to know.
Makes for great radio.
Okay, well, we're right on.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just tell me about my regular order that I have.
That's not at your door.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I get these teas sent to me on the regular,
You have
and-
yerba mate sent to you on the regular?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's posh like that now. He has an
Oh
Apple Watch.
man. Oh man. He's transformed. He's being gentrified.
No, my street cred. No, yeah, like I've stopped drinking energy drinks,
Yep.
unless absolutely needed, and I've
I
started
mean-
drinking the yerba mates.
Needed is such a strong word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that you fell for that whole shtick that you think they actually do something is so sad.
You don't think the like the caffeine and the huge amounts of sugar and all that stuff do anything?
Oh, it kill you. That's the goal.
You don't think that it gives you a boost of energy?
I never really felt anything off of them. Just a bad taste.
Mm.
I think coffee did more for me than that did.
Well, then you have a specific different experience. But yeah, it does work.
Okay.
I mean, your body can only do so much.
It's true. It's true. I'm going to switch to tea, and I don't plan on looking back.
Yeah, I mean, I've switched to these iced teas now, and so that's kind of my thing. But it's just a regular part of my morning at this point. It's the
Yeah.
same as, having a cup of coffee every morning. I have a tea, so I just found it easier to just order them and have them shipped to me. It's
You know
also a
what?
little cheaper.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How do they taste?
One tastes really good. If you get the mint is really good.
Okay.
The red one is decent. Nothing exciting, but doesn't taste bad. The blue one is a little less. The yellow below that, and don't drink anything else. They got a couple like weird ones that just are not that great. Like I understand why it's not like a big popular drink.
Yeah.
It's got one good flavor, a couple meh flavors, and then anything else like I don't see anyone like really coming back to it. Because it doesn't give you as much like it doesn't make you jittery caffeinated like if you took a 20-ounce Red Bull or something like that. Like it's like I don't want to sound
Jennifer.
no, I don't want to sound like I'm
An ad from
reading
NPR?
from an ad or something, but like
Yerba
I
mate
don't
makes me-
feel I don't feel the same kind of
Hi.
like like when you have too much sugar.
Yeah.
Jittery.
I don't-
Jittery is the best word.
Yeah,
for
I think,
that.
yeah.
Well, there's jittery, but like caffeine stuff can kind of get you there too. But there's a specific kind of like feeling in my stomach that if I have too much sugar in general, whether it's from like energy drinks or something else,
Yeah.
that I get that I don't have with these. And I drink one of these almost every day.
Yeah.
And it's got half as much sugar as a soda does.
Where do you order them from?
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I
Is
think
that
they're
what
good.
She was reminding you of.
Yes, that my Amazon delivery for it is coming up, and if I want to make any alterations to the order, I have until I don't know whatever she said, but I don't pay attention.
And this is the
I
content
honestly-
that 40-year-olds stay for.
Yeah, right. Hey, 40-year-old hack, everybody! If your Amazon hockey disc is glowing, then it's got something it wants to say to you. I didn't want to alert her.
Now you didn't want to.
I mean, you didn't even let her tell her joke.
Oh, did you want to hear it?
No, but I'm just saying you could have told us it again. No, I don't. Oh, this is where we're at now. This is how
You're about to
bad
rip it
the
off the
show
wall.
is.
You seemed interested.
I was interested in you telling the joke, not her.
Nah.
Her jokes
Um,
typically suck. It probably would have been like, "What's a pirate's
Yeah,
favorite letter?"
It's a child. It's a child's like joke machine.
You would think it's
I
R,
know.
but it's really the C.
Yeah, I'd bet money that's the joke. I'd bet money that's the one she's got.
To jet it be the sea.
In fact, actually, Alexa, tell me a dirty joke.
This is what happens when Steph's not here. We rely on the Amazon box to tell us what to do.
We just need a female voice somewhere.
Yeah. Representation matters, even if it's an AI. She didn't tell me a dirty joke. She told me a stupid joke.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, because what if a child asks? Like,
Hey, she's a version of the internet. If you have the internet, then that's just the risk you run.
fair enough.
Teach your kids about this stuff first,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when they see it, they understand the context, and it's not a taboo or forbidden knowledge.
Because when it becomes
yellow-
forbidden knowledge, that makes it so much better for them. Makes it so much hotter.
So sweet.
Are we talking about the yellow disc still?
Huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are cutting out, so I'm missing things.
Well, that's not good.
Apparently, there's an update.
Update.
Yeah, Apple had their
Mm.
big iOS update.
Oh yeah. You guys finally have USB-C.
I don't know what that means.
Are they changing the ports again? Is
Yeah.
that
Yes. They're changing the ports to USB-C, which now everyone has USB-C.
Yes,
Everyone
yes,
uses
yes, yes.
USB-C.
yes?
And they're also charging way too much for their specific brand of USB-C. Just get any other universal brand. You guys will be fine.
Oh. Yeah.
I
I
don't
bought
know
my
what any of
phone
that
2
means.
years ago, so I'm still good for another 4.
Yeah, mine was last year.
Yeah, I'm good for a while. I'll catch up when it's iPhone 20 or whatever.
Yeah, when you guys upgrade, it'll be USB-C, and then
Yeah. I am curious though, like whenever like these big iOS updates come in, when they move the big number, I'm
Yeah.
always kind of curious, like, oh, what's new? What's different? What's all this? Nah, it's there's like weird functions. I'm sure there's things that like I don't care enough to like really dig into, so I don't
Yeah.
discover them necessarily right away.
Well, I mean, if you're really into gaming on your phone, the iPhone 15 is what you want.
Well, I ain't getting the 15. I've got this one.
But it's going to be the best gaming handheld.
Is it?
That's what Apple's saying.
That's
Until the
but, like,
16.
all right.
And then the 17.
Question. Do you think they are referring to like any handheld gaming device, or are they specifically like drawing the parameters wide enough to kind of insinuate that, but still refer to like a gaming phone or even a gaming tablet?
I think they're also like aiming at consoles, saying best
Really?
gaming console, which just
Really?
no.
That's insane.
Yeah, but
Like
it's,
there's no way this could be as good as a Steam Deck.
no.
I don't think this could be as good as a Switch.
No. Well, probably better than a Switch, but you know.
I mean, you'd have to do a lot to compete with a Switch to me.
I mean that's why they make the Jawbone thing, not Jawbone, the Backbone, the little gaming controller that you put onto
yeah.
and then you have a mobile gaming device.
Nah, pass. I appreciate I can put my my Marvel Snap on 60 frames per second. It looks real pretty. It's about as much as I need.
I'm glad you guys find so much satisfaction with Marvel Snap.
Yeah, I'm actually doing pretty good this season.
Oh, I didn't realize it's like a season based game.
Yeah,
Every month.
every month,
Oh.
new season. And you have to kind of like fight back up to your rank.
Yeah.
Out of 100, you'll like every season at the beginning of the season you drop 30 ranks, and you got to climb your way back up.
Yeah.
They add
Okay,
new
yeah.
cards and stuff. So the decks are always changing. They make adjustments to the cards themselves.
Yeah.
So like a deck that's real good in 1 month may not be as strong the next month.
Okay.
I'm noticing Galactus is making a comeback, which is a pain in the ass.
Is he because he balances everything so
Oh,
perfect?
no,
no,
he
he's-
destroys everything.
Yeah, so you've got your 3 lands. He'll destroy the other 2. So whatever you've done there, F all. It is gone now. It only matters in this 1 land.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
cheat,
It is
but I
kind of a
like-
cheat card.
but I like to use it a lot.
Yeah.
It just means people
it's
have to.
pretty OP.
It just means people have to figure out strategies around it.
Yep.
True, but it's difficult because there's not a lot of counters you could do to it, especially with
Well, get good, noob.
You know what? I never considered that.
No, the only
right.
counter that actually matters is if you have that null card and that's your last card to play because it's always going to be bigger than him.
It will be, but have you gotten caught by them dropping the Galactus to round 5 and then Alioth round 6?
No, I have not encountered one of those yet.
That's what they're doing now. They introduced a new
No,
card
that's the
that
meta.
just Yeah, that's the meta. They introduced a new card that just destroys any card you play that round. So if you play Galactus at round 5, round 6 is your last round, and you're trying to recover because you've been trying to kind of spread out a little bit because you
Yeah.
got to win 2 of the 3 to win the game. Now you're down to just 1, and whatever you lay down is just destroyed. That's what they're doing right now.
Or throw down a Cosmo first.
You'd have to get that Cosmo before.
I'm just giving you
Probably have to get it before
suggestions.
the-
How you do it
before
is
the
you.
Galactus.
I'm just saying.
Like without like getting more and more into the details of how the game works. Yes, a Cosmo might work, but you have to go first, and that's not always a guarantee.
What about Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Well, the Blue Eyes White Dragon is a superior card, but not as good as Exodus, which just wins the game once you complete
Exodia.
Exodus. Whatever.
I don't know.
So close.
I was
You're
close.
so
I was
close.
close. I
What
almost
is
sounded
that?
like I knew what was going on. It's some Yu-Gi-Oh! Bull.
Oh. Aaron, do you want
No.
to talk about your week, or do you want to wait till Steph gets in?
I mean, I'll share it. So I've kind of mentioned a little offhandedly, I think over the last couple of weeks, that I've been having some medical stuff going on, and that is specifically, I've been having a pain in my back since late July. I bring this up because anytime I have to deal with doctors, it's never simple. And this time might be the most ridiculous set of occurrences that I've had to go through so far. So sometime late July, around Comic-Con, I start getting a pain in my back. I'm thinking it's a muscle. I pulled something. I sprained something. Something. So I'm giving it a little time to get better. Plus, back in July, I was switching jobs. My company got bought by another company. I didn't know if I was going to be around,
Yeah.
but benefits change. A lot of stuff's going on in the same, at that same time. So going through August, it's painful, but not like super bad. It's just, tough sometimes. And, I'm just kind of waiting for it to go away. I'm using the
Yeah.
heating pad. I take ibuprofen. I'm taking aspirin. Nothing helps this pain.
Massages.
So nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah, like at one point I'm thinking like I've got like a pinched nerve or something. I get my girlfriend to like stand on my like what is around like my hip, like the top of my hip and back, like right where that is. I'm like, just like stand on it and kind of like wiggle around. I need to F up this spot so bad that it can't do anything but get back straight. Like it feels it feels like have you ever like dislocated something briefly, or
Nah.
if you've got something like your knee or like your fingers are super stiff, you need to pop it. It's
Okay,
very
yeah,
much
yeah.
like I need to pop this joint situation, but it does not feel like it is in my back, in my spine. It feels just to my left of it.
So you have to
So
learn how to
it's
twerk.
I mean, I'm trying to make them cheeks clap, but it's just not happening.
Mm.
Just too pancaked. Uh so all through August, it's getting tough, and I've got a couple people that are like, you should go see somebody about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's just like a muscle thing that I don't seem to relax enough or whatever I gotta do to get it right again. So then I go to the anime convention and work that, and that's very labor intensive.
Yeah.
I've got a U-Haul van of product. I've got 30, 40 boxes filled with sodas. I'm, twisting, dropping, hauling, pushing, all kinds of stuff. I'm on my feet for 10, 12 hours. It seems like fun, and it is fun, but it is also a very exhausting weekend.
Yeah.
In that time of that weekend, I think I might have mentioned it on the show, but I also twisted my ankle at the end.
Yep.
So by the end of the weekend, like I'm driving back from Sacramento to Vegas to here. My ankle is twisted and hurting. My back is just really feeling wrecked at this point, and um, it's bad. And that whole following week, just not feeling any better. Whatever
Yeah.
I've done, I've now made worse. My ankle, I'm wrapping it up in an ace bandage, and um, I'm starting to contemplate like I think I might have to do something. I think I might have to go see a doctor. So I had just gotten my insurance card maybe 2 weeks or something before that, somewhere in late August. And I'm like, okay, let's bite the bullet. I'm gonna go talk to my doctor. And I look at the phone number. I'm like, huh, that's not a doctor phone, or that's not a San Diego area code. That's weird.
Oh
So I Google the
no.
phone number, and it's a West Hollywood phone number for a West Hollywood doctor. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And
Plastic
I'm googling.
surgery. Guess what,
I'm
guys?
googling a
I
little
have
bit.
boobs.
Yeah. um, and I'm like, well, is it like, do they have like a second office that I signed up for? When I signed up, I don't even remember getting the option to pick a doctor.
Yeah.
I just went through and like, I want the HMO here, the PPO here, like just those broad strokes. I thought some of that other stuff was going to come in later. Even and at this point, I've already had issues with my dentist who I tried to get. And when I gave them my dental insurance, they said, "Oh no, you have an HMO." I'm like, "No, I picked a PPO because I wanted to stay here." That's a whole freaking
Mm.
mess.
Mm.
But so I call up my insurance company and like, yo, you guys set me up with a doctor that is 200 miles away. We need to change this. Like, okay, yeah, no problem. We can do that. I'm like, all right, cool. And going through the process, they start reading me off doctors.
Okay.
And like doctor address. They give me a doctor that's on Washington Street. I'm like, oh, that's over in Hillcrest. That's by the hospital. That sounds good. Dr. Karen something. I'm like, cool. Let's go with her because there should be a lot nearby. If I need a specialist or recommendation or something, all should be in a general, small area.
Yeah.
So this is almost 2 weeks ago. It's on a Friday. And I'm like, okay, so now that you're sending my information, can I just call her? I'm like, well, you're going to have to wait until you get your card because by that point, the process should be complete and they'll have your information. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't see I have a choice.
Yeah.
Well, that weekend is rough. And by the time I get back to work on Monday, I am just feeling absolutely like wrecked with pain
Yeah.
in my back. My foot still hurts. So I actually leave work and go to an urgent care.
Oof.
Yes. The people who have known me a while know that it would take something that even I thought was or that I thought was severe. Other people may have their own differing opinion on what severe is, but I finally decided I had to leave work. Now remember when I got rear-ended and was feeling a little hazy, had a headache that wasn't going away, I still finished my day at work before I went to the ER for a possible and turned out to be a concussion.
Mm-mm-mm.
I left in the middle of the day. I messaged my boss. I'm like, hey, I got a lot of pain I've been dealing with, and today is just too much. I gotta go and get this checked out. So I go to the urgent care. Um, it takes me 2 urgent cares. The first one closing at 2. They're already full. I didn't even want to sit and ask, why are you closing at 2? You were just telling it's 1 o'clock. You're telling me you're closing at 2. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to the next one. So I go to the one that's a little closer to my place. And after your usual wait, they finally see me and we're kind of going through everything. And they're like, well, it sounds like the location might be a pinched sciatic nerve. Well, let's get an X-ray just to take a closer look, see what's going on, and I will prescribe you these muscle relaxers. So I take the muscle relaxer that night. Leland will attest because we had D&D that night. I was pretty buzzed while trying to run this big fight on a spaceship.
Can confirm.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't work with these pills while I'm taking these pills. So it's going to be difficult. But really maybe it takes 10% off of the pain that I'm dealing with. So the next morning I go and I get the x-rays. That's Tuesday. Now it takes a day and a half before I find out what the x-rays say, but finally they get back to me and they're like, all right, so you have a fractured L1. So like, I think it's at the very most bottom. But in the first stack of vertebrae in your back, those are the lumbar vertebrae.
Yeah.
And my one, I have to assume it counts from the bottom up. So the first one has a compression fracture. I don't exactly know what that means, other than what I can assume, like pressure has like squeezed it and caused a crack in the bone. They can't tell how old it is, but they can tell that it's not fresh. I'm like, well, I've been having this pain since July, so maybe July? What happened in July? I don't really know. I had a really heavy bag at Comic-Con, but I didn't fall or have any kind of accident. Like, I'm really at a loss as to like, if there is a defining moment where something happened to my back, and that's when I got this crack.
You mean to tell me you have back issues because you got your back blown out at Comic-Con and that's why you have these issues?
I wish I got my back blown out. I got my back pancaked by a stack of comic books.
I mean, realistically, you probably picked something up wrong at work or somewhere along the lines. I mean, sometimes people forget. You just look. I do it to you. Sometimes you just forget to lift with your legs.
That's where all the power is.
Yeah.
And really, because they're telling me it's a compression fracture, I'm like, this is not a thing that like happened at once. This is a lifetime of like weight and wear and tear, and then it gave up, and it just gave up and fractured in late July. So
I'm sorry that we make you carry this podcast on your back.
thank you. That's all
So-
I've wanted to hear.
Sorry about compressing your 11th vertebrae or whatever.
I mean, I've been telling everybody you broke your back. It seems more dramatic.
all
I'll
right.
only tell people that you got your back blown out.
I
I
prefer
will
you
do
do.
that now. Yeah,
I prefer
now
you
it'll
do.
be that.
Like I try and be very specific whenever when I'm explaining it. I don't say I broke my
sure.
back. I say I have a compressed fracture in my L1 in my lumbar.
Yeah.
Now, to me, it seems like, well, that must not be a very big thing, because I'm still walking around, I'm going to work, and like I'm still alive and doing stuff. I'm not, other than like pain, I'm not debilitated. But everyone else seems to take it way more seriously. Like my dad was calling me for a couple days, and I just had been too busy to kind of get back to him. And I finally talked to him last night. He's like, "Hey, buddy, you okay? Are you doing good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just like a fracture." I think everyone in my head, everyone must be thinking that like there is a chasm in the vertebrae, like some kind of like a gorge going from top to bottom, and my spinal cord is like bulging out or something. Like I have to assume they're thinking something way more dramatic. To me, I'm like, I probably have like a hairline crack. Like I'm still here. I haven't lost any kind of feeling or anything. It just hurts.
Yeah. Does
So-
sitting help that at all?
So what do you mean, sitting in general?
Yeah.
I will sit and I usually get uncomfortable, so I kind of shift around in my seat a lot. Then getting up hurts. And then standing was uncomfortable. And then sitting back down hurts. So getting up and down really sucks. I was having a really hard time sleeping. Laying down is uncomfortable.
Wow,
If I
really?
have if I have my legs up,
Yeah.
like that straightens my back out to a more comfortable position. But that's kind of tough to accomplish. Like I don't have enough pillows to accomplish that.
You could use the pregnancy pillow
Yeah,
and reverse
that's
it.
literally what the pregnancy pillow is for.
I
Sleep
don't want
with
to
it
take
at the
that.
bottom so your feet go up.
I don't
Yeah,
want to take it away from Domino. He enjoys it.
this is literally the
Fuck the
scenario
cat.
for.
Yes. I knew if I milked this long enough, I'd get one out of him.
Oh, is that why this story's taking 45 minutes longer than it needs to?
No, it's because I tell good stories.
It's a lot of
so-
excess detail.
We got an hour and a half to 2 hours to fill. So now that I know that I've got this going on, I'm like, okay, I don't want to keep going to the urgent care. Let's go to my doctor. I don't have my card yet, but when I go online, they already have that information. So I'm like, okay, whew, good. Sorry, Jay, you're gonna have to catch the podcast to find out what happened at the beginning. So I call my doctor, my new doctor on my insurance, and I'm like, hey, went to urgent care. Here's the situation. They're like, okay, we can see you tomorrow. I'm like, fantastic, awesome, great, I love this. We're in Escondido. I'm like, no, you're in Hillcrest. They told me you're in Hillcrest. Like, oh no, that's a remote office that we will take appointments at on like specific days. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to wait to like do all this again, so I'll go to Escondido and I'll just figure out this whole situation later. So next day, show up. Now, when I picked the doctor, I picked Dr. Karen, whatever her last name is, Washington Street. I don't know anything really beyond that.
Yeah.
And I didn't bother Googling or anything because I'm like, well, it's a doctor, it's in my network, whatever. I show up and on the window, it says some stuff. It says like holistic and medical. I'm like, okay, this might be kind of hippy dippy. We'll see. Like, I got this appointment. I have two objectives: get pain medication and make some kind of progress into figuring out why I need the pain medication. That's all I really, really care about. So I walk in, go straight to the front desk, and start checking in. They take my card, run my money, give me that fat stack of first time things to fill out. I sit down, start filling it out. First page, all that standard stuff. Second page, mission statement. Okay.
Oh boy.
Never seen a doctor's
Oh, yeah.
office with a mission statement.
We don't want you to die, so we'll do everything we can.
Oh no,
I
you're not
will-
ready for this.
I will now read to you
Oh
the
no.
mission statement and the situation that I then find myself in at that moment.
All right.
Our mission is to promote a culture of life by improving the physical, spiritual, and social health of the community. In doing so, we strive to offer the highest quality of compassionate, personalized Medicare to all of our patients and clients. Cool.
Okay,
Right
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
All for it. Our ethical guideposts are traditional Christian teachings as set forth by the Catholic Church. Fudge. We seek to promote and to protect the sanctity of life from the moment of conception until the time of natural death. We acknowledge the dignity of all people and support the basic building block of society, the family. And I'm like, oh, I don't need a preachy doctor. But as I'm reading, I'm like, okay, at least it seems like they're like one of those like Christian groups that's like all welcome. Until I read further.
Oh no.
In supporting life and respecting God's design for human procreation, we offer instruction in the very effective form of natural planning called the Creighton model of fertility care. I don't know what that is. I don't care. We also offer NAPRO technology treatments, which are aimed at correcting the underlying defects in the female reproductive system.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot I don't like, and we really kind of nailed it last night. I think the thing I don't like the most is that it says female reproductive system. It feels like I don't like it when people refer to women as females. It feels gross.
Yeah.
It feels derogatory.
But the vagina is made in God's image. So if there's a defect in the vagina, that's a flaw in God's plan.
That's God's design. That's how he designed it.
I've heard of Planned Parenthood. You went to Forced Parenthood?
Yeah. It gets worse. Because of our ethical and moral foundations, we do not prescribe or refer for abortion, contraception, sterilization, or euthanasia. Now, no one refers to euthanasia because America is against it.
Yeah.
So you didn't need to add that in. But I see you're very Republican, so you just add things like that and try and work up a fervor in people, as if someone else out there was doing this kind of thing. But the fact that you won't perform an abortion, which no, like this isn't the place to go into what many things are considered abortions, not just what you immediately think of, but also no contraception.
Fuck this place.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
That's God's will happening to you right now. We only prescribe erectile devices to men married to women. Period. I'm sitting there. It's the morning.
Fuck this place.
Yeah. I'm sitting there It's the morning. My back usually doesn't hurt a whole bunch in the mornings.
It's
It gets
pomegranate.
worse over the day.
It's
Yay!
pomegranate.
That is all. That's God's generosity. I hope you've learned a lesson now. And I am legit thinking, I don't want this. Fuck this place. I don't want to participate with them. They already have my money, but I'm willing to just walk out right now. And I'm legitimately thinking, I'm not going to continue with this.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
God's will.
What did God's will give you? Oh, no.
I didn't swallow the first time.
Maybe. Oh, never mind.
But what that means is at least another week or more before I get another doctor.
Worth it.
So I stayed, and I'm not proud of that. And I very much rationalized it to myself. Let's go in, let's get meds, let's get a next step, and then we will take all that and go to the next doctor.
Fair enough.
I will not walk into that place a second time.
So I was walking in a second time.
So 2 days later, yeah, and then all right, I'll finish this page. We realize that all people may not agree with our
it's still
mission
going.
or our ethical beliefs. It's their we are what we are kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
Or our ethical beliefs, and we respect their right to disagree. Our refusal to provide certain services that are widely available elsewhere is not intended to be a judgment of others on our part. Rather, this is simply what we are able to offer in good conscience. We're not judging, but we're judging.
Yeah.
So I see that, I'm like, my God.
You should pee on that doctor.
And and at this point I'm like, what am I about to walk into? Can I even get what I need out of this place? Go ahead.
And the lady who ran this place is named Dr. Karen?
Yeah, Karen something. You want to hear something really dumb?
What?
Okay.
So when they were reading the names off, the connection is
the first
not
white
crystal.
name.
No, the name is not the connection is not crystal clear.
Yeah.
And what I thought the dude said on the phone was Dr. Taryn. Taryn is the name of my girlfriend, and I thought, oh, perfect. This can be maybe some kind of sign or whatever. The same name as my girlfriend, who has a unique name. I'm like, okay, yeah, that one. Let's go with Dr. Taryn. And I say Dr. Taryn back to him. And then he repeats back to me, and I ask him, like, are you saying Taryn with a T or Karen with a K? He goes, Karen. I'm like, all right, well, now in my head, I'm like, well, I can't go back now.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
On the phone, you can go back. You can just
No,
be
I
like,
can't.
Oh, I'll take someone else.
I said yes. Leland, I can't go back now.
Okay.
I might have to explain myself. And if I explain that my girlfriend's name is Taryn and that's why I chose the doctor, I'm going to sound like a real idiot.
Also, that's really weird. That's not how first names work.
Yeah, I mean, there are many people named that in the world.
I don't know any of these doctors. Any one of them really doesn't matter to the other.
Were you hoping it was her?
No, I knew it wasn't her. But I'm like, oh, what a nice like coincidence.
Is it?
Oh, Jet, yes, you found her. And because it was on Washington Street, I'm like, well, regardless, whatever, it's a good location for to have a doctor.
Yeah.
So
There's a few
thankfully-
things that I feel in life you missed. Like how to get a doctor was one of them. Like
yeah,
your
didn't-
medical stories are wild, and I hear them and I just think like these all could have been alleviated by like a couple key things in the beginning that you were just not taught how to do. And that upsets me because like
I didn't go to a doctor much as a kid either.
yeah, no, that's what upsets me. Call a brother sometimes. I'll help you. Like, I mean, like, I go to doctors all the time. I love my doctors.
Can you imagine a scenario? It could be how much time has passed. You go to your doctor, you bring your girlfriend with you just one day because you forgot, because you keep calling your doctor whatever, right? And then you're sitting there, you're doing your thing, the doctor's doing their thing, and then you turn to your girlfriend and go, "Hey, Taryn," and then both your girlfriend and the doctor turn to you.
Yes.
And then there's that 5 seconds of sheer confusion where it's like,
They both look at me, then each other, then back to me. So I've still never met this Dr. Karen. I meet with like nurse practitioner or whatever person, and thankfully there is no preachiness. It feels very much like a regular doctor visit, with the exception of the crucifixion that's on the wall in the examining room, which is weird. Never had that before. It is a very normal medical evaluation. They prescribed me tramadol and set me up to go and get an MRI for my back. I'm like, good. This is everything I asked for. Now I'll never come back here again. I see Jet and Scott are putting reviews in the chat. It's a little too much to read and keep moving forward. But yeah, I've heard some bad things about it. This medical stuff is never easy. It never goes smoothly for me. When I was having the chest pains a couple years back, like that was a whole rigmarole with absolutely no outcome. I still have no idea why that happened to me.
High blood pressure.
probably.
I mean, that probably was part of it, but like no one really was able to find it.
Honestly, you probably had a panic attack.
No. I could literally set it off with just physical activity. Like I ran up a set of stairs and had to lay down because I had incredible pain in my chest. I thought I was having an actual heart attack.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. You should still probably get back on that. When you get this all worked out,
yes, I have to
later.
get
Yes.
this figured out first.
Yeah. when you get this taken care of, go in and be like,
Mention
Also,
chest pain. Just
out of curiosity. A few years ago, had a lot of chest pain. No one cared enough to continue that journey. Can we continue that journey now? And they're gonna go, yes.
that doctor, when I was talking to him about the chest pains, we were talking about my diet. I'm like, yeah, my diet's not good. Just definitively not a good diet. And he goes, he jokes with me. He goes, have less carne asada burritos. And I'm like, yeah.
How'd you know?
It's weird that you're making jokes about it.
Yes.
I don't expect that from you.
This is a very serious matter. I'm having chest pains. So
And please remove the sombrero.
yeah.
And he's Asian too. It's weird.
So unprofessional.
Next Monday on the 25th, I'm going to get an MRI. Hopefully that will illuminate to whatever should be the next process.
I mean, that's the best they're going to do, is be able to give you more information, and then they'll give you the things that you need to do. Yeah.
Am I either boned for life and I'm always going to have some kind of back pain? Is it going to heal with time, or no one really seems like it's likely, but no one's taking it off the table? Will I need surgery?
I mean, I would say the first two are probably very positive, and to think about that, if this continues, or you might have a little back pain for the rest of your life, depending on what you do, you just got to take it easy, wear a thing, and your theme parking days have completely changed.
Yeah, maybe not so much on the roller coasters no more.
You have now come into my box.
Don't smile when you say it.
That means you get to hold the purses with me while our friends go ride the rides
and destroy our bodies.
Yes, like you and me be like, want to go get a churro? Yeah. Let's go get a churro.
A churro?
You don't get a churro. You can still go on the rides, young man.
Oh, I do enjoy the rock and roller coaster.
You've never been on the rock and roller coaster.
Isn't that what they call the Mickey roller coaster now?
No, that's
in
Florida.
Florida.
Incredicoaster.
Flowrider's playing at Viejas this month.
That's where his career pretty much puts him.
Hey, I got a mouthful of cavities, and this is how I start every rhyme.
Okay.
I had a weird phone call this week I'd like to tell Anthony and Jordan about.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it just so happens we're both here.
I know,
It's
it's
good.
wild. I don't I don't remember what day it is. Doesn't matter for the story. It was very busy. I remember that. Phone rings, pick it up. Boom, I do my thing. I say, could you please hold? I'm dealing with a customer. So I put the phone down. I finished my interaction with the customer. My customer, we were briefly talking about Ahsoka, no spoilers, before I picked back up the phone. And my customer was just like, we made a joke about Gandalf. And I picked back up the phone, and the guy on the phone goes, what's so funny about Gandalf? Immediately comes at me. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, we were, and again, no spoilers. So I made a joke about the Star Wars thing. And he goes, oh, so Gandalf comes back? I was like, yeah. He goes, ugh, spoilers that Gandalf comes back. I was like, well, the book was written 70 years ago. So I think we're,
You just hang up.
I think we're good. And then another voice comes in. Well, how's your day going? So I have two people on the phone now. And I was like, fine.
Are you on a party line?
This gets weirder. So I said, how can I help you? And they were like, the guy goes, are you familiar with Jim Davis? And I just kind of like, I'm dumbfounded
the Garfield
by the question.
Guy? Yeah.
So I said, the Garfield guy? And I hear a third voice pops on, yep, that's me.
Oh, they're doing a I think you should leave sketch.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Keep going.
They're doing a bit. They're doing a bit on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Is that like someone who does that?
Oh no.
No.
There's a show on Netflix called I think you should leave with Tim Robbins.
It's come up. You've watched it and didn't like it.
Yeah, because you prefer Auntie
I don't
Donna.
remember any of that. Yes, because they're funny. Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like there's an episode of I think you should leave that has Jim Davis thing, and it's really weird. But yeah, continue.
Oh, it
please.
was weird. It was really weird. They started. I'm having Garfield. He goes, Jim Davis is drawing things right now. Tell him what to draw. I was like, I have a line of customers. Did you have a question? And he goes, well. And then the woman on the line, she goes, well, Jim's drawing Garfield. He's got he goes, he's got chopsticks because he loves lasagna and hates Tuesdays. And I was like, okay, is there a question? And then Jim goes, just what?
Did they just specifically
Yes,
say the wrong
I'm
things?
telling you exactly what they're telling you. I'm not lying. They said it all wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if you were like, no, God,
like, I don't know who Garfield is.
the chopsticks and Tuesdays and things.
I know I'm just telling you what they said.
I'm
They
sorry.
wanted me. You're ruining my story is what you're doing. It's like, bottom line, I hung up. It wasn't cool. All right, that's it. It's like,
That's such a weird thing to do.
yep.
They prank calling you.
That's
I don't know,
stupid.
I thought maybe Jim was doing something for Instagram. I don't know. I looked it up. He doesn't. The man's old. He's a hermit that doesn't leave his house.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what Instagram is.
Hi, Steph.
Hi,
Stephanie.
I'm here. Sorry it took forever.
That's
I tried to
okay.
fly as fast as I could.
That's okay. We like your hair.
Thanks. It's doing stuff.
Leland had a prank caller the other day. It was it's a really weird prank call. I don't understand.
I didn't get it.
I mean, I heard I tried to listen to some of the podcasts, but I only got to, I think we were talking about like healthcare or some kind of doctor visit, Karen doctor, that whole conversation.
You got the gist of it, really.
Yeah,
I heard that at the stoplight, and I was just like, yeah, because I was like, someone would think, well, I mean, not, it's just one of those things where like, oh, so you picked your doctor because
I thought she had the
Yeah.
same name as my
had
girlfriend.
the
Yeah.
same name as your girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that really so crazy? If you're just picking
Yes.
doctors like out of a hat and you don't know one from the other?
I was having a conversation about my doctor one time, and Jordan was like, "Oh, cool. Could I make that my doctor?" And I was like, "Nah, because you're not seeing a gynecologist, so
But
that would not work."
They sound like a really good doctor.
Yeah.
She was super cool. I really liked her.
She just won't
Yeah.
examine my vagina. That's all. What's the problem?
That's
Oh, hi,
fine.
Scott. Sorry, I'm reading all of chat. You can do other things like I like lasagna. Tell the whole story again. Oh no.
I mean, they started. They started. What made me? I had a panic attack on the phone because they started berating me.
Yeah.
They started getting like real like angry about like why I wouldn't suggest something for Jim to draw on
Because
Garfield.
he's
And it's like,
drawing and you're on the phone. You don't see any of that. How does this bit, like, how is their end think, like, what is their objective? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
that's-
What is
I feel
their
like you're-
mission?
I feel like you're angry at me for not handling this better. It's just like,
No, I'm frustrated about
No,
the
you're
situation because,
fine.
like, why do this?
And then,
Like,
and then where I got real, where I pretty much got frustrated and hung up the phone was when the Jim Davis in the background yelled out,
Oh.
"Don't you know
Cheers.
Garfield is America's effing sweetheart?" And I was like, "Is he? Because it's not 1986. Like, no one give a crud about your stupid cat." I don't even think that is Garfield even being made anymore? Or are they just running reruns? Like, I don't
I don't
know.
know.
who knows?
What wait, that's what the prank caller said?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Well,
it
like,
was
what's
weird.
the punchline? I can't even
I don't
imagine
know.
what the punchline could have been with
They
this
were like,
setup.
tell me what kind of shoes Garfield's wearing. And I honestly, I was just like, I don't care.
I don't
was
think
like, I don't
Garfield
know. I don't
wears
care.
shoes.
I was like, I'm at work.
Yeah, like,
Oh, was this at work or your
Yeah, it was
your
at work.
phone?
Oh no, I
Oh.
would never pick up a phone that a line I don't
Okay,
know.
I was like
It's
trying to figure
no.
out why someone
just
would. Okay,
a phone that I saw on the street.
Yeah, I was
So they
like, hello,
prank
this could be Jim Davis of Garfield fame. Hello.
they prank called a comic store.
Yeah.
I get why they would do that. Like, it is very tangentially in line with like Garfield comic
Kinda.
strips.
I
Very,
mean,
very tangentially. There's a thread that holds the two together.
No, I know. I mean, the first question they asked was like, "Do you carry his books?" I was like, "No." I was like, "No."
No, because we're not a Barnes and Noble.
I was like, I'm a comic book store.
I'm not
you
a
know?
You're on
newspaper.
somebody's like prank channel and or
Yeah,
a podcast.
that's absolutely what it was.
like the
And I looked
conversation
online
is-
for. I
yeah.
tried to find things online, this kind of stuff, and I didn't come up with anything. But
Yeah.
It's interesting
I
that
also
you were
don't-
on a party line with 3 other people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I haven't done that in so long. I think the
I mean,
most
the
we've
whole
had was like
thing was-
8 people on one call.
I mean, the whole thing was just weird and uncomfortable, but they started giving me an anxiety attack because they started yelling at me. I was like,
Sorry.
I gotta go. Like, I just hung
Yeah.
up. So,
Aww.
but I've had people call up and prank call me before for random stuff. Like, I had people call, they're like, oh, do you have Tales of Suspense, whatever? It's like the first appearance of Iron Man. And I was like, not currently. And they're like, oh, what's the first appearance of Iron Man? You wouldn't know that, you're stupid. I was like, cool. I sold one 2 months ago. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
I'm just shocked you have to deal with dumb people. I'm so sorry.
You've seen what I write back to you in the
I
chat.
know.
Yeah.
We're going out there into the public. We're gonna run into dumb people.
Yeah, I had someone call today and was just
Yes,
like,
thank you, Jet. Nerd.
"Ma'am,
Uh,
I've been on hold." What did he say? I think the person said like, "I've been on hold for 45 minutes," and in my head, I was just like, "Okay,
Cool. Want to be on it
But
for
he was
longer?
like,
or
I can understand. I can understand 10 to 15, but 45 is unacceptable." And then I was like, he's like,
Should've
"So
hung
where
up,
can you
called later.
transfer me?" And I was just like,
So, all right, let's go with the full hour then. Click.
yeah. No, I was just like, I can only transfer you to claims. And he was like, okay, transfer me to claims. And I was like, yeah, you're wasting my time, buddy. You press 0 to go to the operator when you could have just waited and been in the queue already. But no, you wanted to tell me your business, and I told you I couldn't do anything about it except route you to where you were already going to go if you had just listened to the prompt.
Listen, sir, this
yeah.
whole conversation can be an email, so let's just do that, and I'll
Yeah.
get back to you in 48 hours.
Listen, man,
mean,
per my
that's really
last
what it comes
email, you
down
have to
to.
read what I said and do that, and you'll be fine.
Mm.
Yeah. It's
One
like
of the
those people I
fucking
talk about all the
worst.
time. They're like, do you guys buy books? Yes. On Mondays and Fridays when the buyer is in and I give the times. And they go, oh, because I have a bunch of stuff, and they'll rattle it off. They're like, can you tell me what it's worth? No. Because the
Wow.
buyer is only in on these 2 days at these 2 times.
Yeah.
But what if I brought him
Remember
down
that.
now? Is today Monday or Friday? No. Then the buyer is not in. I don't know how much more I have said
Yeah. I
all
don't
the
know.
correct information. You're just not listening.
They've
Yeah.
worked up the
Yeah.
script in their head and their responses, and you're not following what they thought was going to happen, and they're just
Yeah.
now they're
Just
shorting out in their brain.
It just blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we just interact with weird people on the phones.
Sure.
I mean, Anthony, remember we would have people walk into the Sam Goody. What do you sell here? Well, what do
Don't
these
you
look
see?
like?
That
Oh
Swedish
God.
old lady who asked if we sold the silver records.
Is that like
It's like,
is that like platinum?
No, those were CDs.
Oh.
You see, Steph, before the age of the digital world, music used to come on to physical
I've seen an
media.
8-track.
in a museum?
Those. I've seen them.
Have you ever heard one?
Yeah, we had one.
Oh, all right.
Or we had the ones that look like cartridges, like
Yes.
yeah, that's an 8-track.
thick
Yeah.
That's an 8-track.
cartridges. Yeah.
Not
I
even,
used to try to hold as many as I could in my hand and see how much I could. I couldn't hold that many. I had small hands.
6. That's all she could do.
I could do 3 at the time. I think 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 in either hand. 6.
Dude. I
So
was gonna say stuff. What did I
people
miss?
are dumb. I told the journey of my medical conundrum and back pain I've been dealing with.
And his love for
Aw.
yerba mate.
And we opened up with my love
Oh.
of yerba mate.
I always called it yerba mate because
That's what I was
thought it
doing
was.
too until I got
Until
called
someone
out.
said yerba mate, and I was like, "Excuse me, I'm a
What'd
what?"
you say
And
to
then
me?
yeah.
What
Yeah.
you just called me?
Someone
Mate?
recommended it to me via text. I started buying them. No one said it out loud.
Yeah.
I heard there's like a mint one that's really good.
Yep.
It's really refreshing.
Yep.
Isn't that the one you're
Yeah.
drinking right now?
Yep.
Oh, is that the one? Oh, okay.
Yes. Steph, go back, watch the beginning of the Twitch, download the podcast. I know you
Oh,
listen to the
okay.
podcast. You'll catch up on all this information,
Sounds good.
as well as where you can order them to get them delivered to you every other
Oh,
week.
there you
Find
go.
people at
I've
whatever
always
this
seen
place
them
is.
at a Sprouts. They're always at Sprouts.
Yeah, I see it at Whole Foods.
Any 7-Eleven, most gas stations.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The local liquor store down from the store, it's where I like to go to get drinks and
Your
lotto
Mad Dog
tickets.
40/40, 2020.
Yep, that's right. That's me so well. When they first opened, they had a full range of like all the drinks in the freezers, and then they shifted them all over. So the first freezer, they started making like alcohol, like how does
Like
this describe
moonshine?
it? Like gift bags.
Oh,
Like so
Cute.
it's
Like a mystery bag?
No, they're not mystery. You can see what they are, but for like $15 to $10, you can get like a
Is it just an assortment? Like a
yeah,
little
just like
fun
you can
bag?
get like a little bottle, like a fun bag. You get a little bottle of rum, little bottle of vodka. Here's a fruit
Is there
juice and like a
chips?
Coke.
Is there
A
a
what?
snack in there? Is there like
No,
a
it's
snack
just
in there?
alcohol.
They should
Cheese
totally
stick?
just throw
It's
in
usually
like
it's like
corn nuts or something.
like whatever fruit Warritos, and then like alcohol with it, and then like another alcohol.
so it's like a
That's
cocktail
really sweet.
kit.
Cocktail
Yes,
in
like a
bag.
cocktail kit.
Awesome.
And yeah, alcoholism starter pack. And I asked
There
him
you
like,
go.
do those do well? She goes, oh, sir, that's all we sell these days. I was like, oh
Wow,
man,
okay.
Aw, that's awesome.
I mean, you
Yeah,
have all the
it's like good
ingredients
for
to
you
make
guys.
mix a drink, so
Yeah, I was like, all
Party
right,
in a
that's
bag.
cool. And
It's
she's
it's
like,
kind of weird. At the anime convention, like one of our biggest sellers is a snack sack. It's $12 with one drink and a bunch of random like cheap stuff inside.
oh, that's
And-
an amazing idea.
Yeah,
people
that.
like that
That's
stuff.
fun.
They love it, and they love a mystery bag.
Oh yeah.
Well, because it
Like-
could be anything, and you're not disappointed
everyone
until
likes
you open
mysteries.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you're like, dang.
I had one
I
girl
said
tell me
dang twice. Is that bad?
bad.
Dang, DANG. Though
Dang
that's not
is
a curse
fine.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang
cool.
is fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
the Kendrick Lamar album you can't.
Yes.
say.
That one's the no.
Yeah.
Okay.
That-
Yes, I got the right guy.
I haven't let
Okay.
I haven't let anything slip yet.
These kids
I
go
had-
nuts for mystery bags, and like they're not thinking about it as a retailer. It's like, well, this is where I'm going to put my junk and like one decent item in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes not even a decent item.
Yeah.
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 Now if you
think
actually
mystery
make
bags, I think they're
worthwhile
fun.
mystery bags, you have repeat customers forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was gonna
Especially if
say
you put a little
random
crack
things.
inside.
Oh yeah. Sprinkle a little bit of it.
Bring a
Yeah.
little crack inside.
Little crack
Mhm.
dust, you know.
Yeah.
Keep coming back for
We're gonna have
more.
to share.
They keep
Mhm.
scratching,
Gotta
but
get
you
'em.
know they're back.
Oh.
Yes, Steph.
So on Friday, me and Jordan watched we watched all of Cabinet of
We
Curiosities.
finished Cabinet of Curiosities.
Oh,
yes.
we're done.
The
We
last
won't
two
go
episodes.
into detail, but we did do something
No,
that
the
I
last
thought was
3
fun.
episodes.
So we were doing because you know how
Oh,
we
yeah.
do our what is it our or what is it our gamer what is it something nerdy fitness
Oh,
stuff where we just okay
like
so there's a
like Nerdy
thing
Boy
before-
Fitness.
yeah, so there's a thing before when we were playing Call of Duty or whatever, and it was just like if we died, we would do squats just to keep ourselves active and stuff.
Yeah.
So, on Friday, I don't know. I just had the idea that we should do like a movie bingo, and if something pops up, like we would have 5 things we would list, right? And because it was Cabinet of Curiosities, depending on the title and the description, we are gonna come up with like 5 random things that we think we will see in that episode. So like
Yeah.
here's an example. One of the episodes was about a witch. So the 5 things we listed down was a witch's cauldron, a broomstick, a bat cat. I think I was high when I wrote this. I don't know what that is.
Classic Steph. She's back,
flashback
everybody.
and a still shot of the moon. And out of all of those, we got 2. We got a flashback and a still shot of the moon. It was the funniest thing because Guillermo del Toro comes out, he does his little intro about the episode.
Hello, I'm
and then it
Guillermo
was
del
just-
Toro.
Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft wrote a lot of things. He is a racist man, but we don't worry about that. We adapted this stuff, so it's good now. It's good. All right, here's
Yeah,
the
so
director. Here's the name of the episode. Let's go.
Yeah. So it was like
So
something like that.
cuddly.
So
As
soon-
someone who has been several times in a room with that man, that is a dead-on imitation. Like,
he did a good job.
like, no,
Yeah, so
I've heard him speak in Great Lakes. It's like,
I
I
don't know
can
where
do
that came from.
You were channeling it.
That's the
It's fine.
first time I've done that impression.
Yeah, but you did great. It's like I watched the episode again. No, so like we were watching, and like literally, like he's doing his little intro, and then the first item we see is like a hand painted. It was like a hand painted shot of the moon with a
Yeah.
witch, and I was like, "Hey,
Count it.
10 squats." We just
Yep.
did that. Yeah, just little things. So we did that for 3 episodes. There was a witch episode. Then there was one that it said it was supposed to be like a mansion. I think that's what it was.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it
yeah.
was-
Oh, yeah.
Which we didn't get anything out of that.
Yeah,
This
'cause-
is the things we came up with. So the description said a mansion of some sort. So we put
It
like
was
gold
just a
statue-
really rich dude invites people to his mansion and things go weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So we were
the
like, oh, there's a
70s one.
mansion.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that
we
was
were just
not
like,
good.
super
Okay.
synthy and weird.
I
Yeah.
loved the music. The vibe was interesting, but I didn't know where it was gonna go. But yeah, when we were
Shouldn't
watching,
have been the
it
last
was just
episode.
like
Yeah,
it was like, oh, there's a mansion. What would we see at a mansion? So we wrote a gold statue, a fireplace, a 2 stairway, like a 2
because we
Oh,
were
like a
expecting
stairway case
we were expecting
that
a
turns
normal
into one.
mansion.
Yeah.
An obnoxious self-portrait and taxidermy of some sort. Nothing. We got nothing from that episode.
Yeah,
Everything we guessed did not show up.
in your
and
defense,
then-
though, the mansion you just described sounds great,
yeah, right.
I like that one more than the one that they did show.
and I didn't even watch this show, so yeah, sure.
Oh, you should watch it,
Um,
Leland.
Yeah,
I watched
actually-
the first 2
Interesting.
episodes.
Because the last episode has Andrew Lincoln and S.E. Davis, and I just love them
Yes.
both, so it was great.
Yeah.
It's a bad
I don't
episode,
know.
though.
I don't know who the
It's-
last person you said is.
S.E. Davis, she
Yeah,
she was in the
I forget.
Babadook. She was the main lady in the Babadook.
Oh,
I
okay.
assume you mean the mom.
Mrs. Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
I do know that lady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's S.E. Davis.
Yeah, the last
Dude, dude,
episode,
dude.
it had to do with a bird.
Birds. Yeah.
Birds? Yeah.
Birds.
So then our
Birds.
bingo for that was a bird cage, binoculars, a bird
Binoculars.
painting.
Yeah.
Jordan said bird poop, which surprisingly we got that one.
Oh,
We
yeah,
did
yeah.
squats for that. and black bird. Yeah, there
A
was a
black
black
bird.
bird.
A black
yeah,
bird.
A black bird. Yeah.
Luckily, there's a singular blackbird in that,
yeah,
in that
there was one
episode.
that popped up. It was actually pretty fun. We had a good time doing that. I would like to do that more for more movies because I just think that more movies and/or shows because I just think it's funny. It's engaging.
Well, I mean, you know,
Look for stuff.
Halloween time is coming up. I feel like we could
yeah,
do some.
we'll
could-
do stuff for that.
We,
That'd be
we,
fun.
we could do some stuff in Discord. You know.
Mhm.
What else did I do? Oh, I went and then
Oof.
Saturday morning I
Woke
watched
up in bed.
a,
put
a,
it
a
on
haunting in
good
Venice.
Yeah.
I had a great time. And then I went to my friend's D-Gen party.
She went to our friend's 30th birthday party, and the theme was chronically online. So
Yeah.
you'd either have to dress up as an e-girl or as a meme.
Oh, that's right. I remember you guys
Yeah.
talking about this
Yeah.
before.
I dressed up as Kermit. I just
The
wear
frog.
green
Oh.
sweater.
And the tea.
Yeah, I just wear green sweater, and then I like cut up foam pieces. I don't know where I put it. I think it's it's right here. Well, you can't see it. You can see. You
Oh,
can.
you guys see
you
it?
can see what
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
do. This is what I did.
Yeah,
So
it
I
worked
used
out.
my
Like,
foam. Yeah, I used my foam stuff to make my jacket or my sweater
Awesome.
into a Kermit thing. And then I also brought that trending TikTok tea. So there's this trending thing with Lipton iced tea. Okay, so it's you get
you
2
put it
bags
into
of
a
Lipton
Sprite?
iced tea and you put it
Yeah.
into a Sprite. And then you put a splash of lemon, and it's supposed to be the most like refreshing, delicious drink. If you're gonna do it, be very cautious that there is a like a chemical reaction of the tea and the Sprite, and that Sprite will come out of the bottle.
It's real carbonated.
Yeah. I like didn't know that, so I was like trying to put the tea bag in. I got 2 in, and then it started to it didn't Diet Coke and Mentos shoot up, but it was like coming out of the bottle, and I was like, oh god, it won't stop. It's like a volcano project from 5th grade. I don't know how to stop this.
dang,
Steph, you
dang,
didn't
dang.
watch
Oh no, it
Morgan
can't
Stallion
stop.
video about this?
No?
Who?
We should. The black dude we keep sharing all the food hack things.
Oh, he's fun. I like him. Yeah, no.
Like every 5th video is one of his in our chat.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh yeah. Yeah, no. It was a hit. A lot of people
It
really
is
liked
good.
that tea. Yeah, it is
it
good.
did taste good.
Um,
Right on.
Yeah. A lot of people really liked that tea. So I was Kermit and I brought the tea, and then I couldn't print it out, so I just hand wrote like, but it's none of my business, and I just kept holding that. And it's funny because people were just like, it was, are you Kermit? Oh, I get it, the tea. And then another person was like, are you Elf? And I was like, no.
Are you an elf on the
They're an
shelf?
idiot.
Are you elf?
They're an idiot.
And then our friend Heidi had a mixed drink which was Heidi's. Well, in the actual wordings, it was Heidi's bath wawa, but it was bath water for Belle Delphine's
Yeah.
bath water. It was really cute. It was a very really blue colored drink, and then they had like little rubber duckies that you can like put in your drink to like for it to just
fun.
float and stuff. It was a good time. Characters memes that I saw that were really great. Okay, one of my ideas was to do Arthur, but then like frame my fist, because that's all I wanted. I wanted a framed fist. Arthur. Someone did dress up as Arthur. Someone dressed up as Angry DW with like the freaking hella red eyes and just tired and just like
DW is Arthur's little sister.
yes.
Oh.
DW's. Mhm.
Okay.
She's in a pink dress.
Sure.
There was Arthur the Aardvark.
Does her usage of the HELL word count or no?
Oh, what did I say?
Oh, you did say it.
Yes, it does.
It does
Thank
count.
you.
Yeah.
Got her.
It's fine. I'm not even upset. I was like,
Good. One for
either
everybody this episode.
either I go in hot and just start staying. I mean, I didn't even realize it slipped. Fine. Okay.
It is God's will.
It's
That's the name of the
every time
episode,
it
by the
smells
way.
So bad. It is
Well, as it should be.
Good luck.
It is either Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti.
Godspeed.
With my luck, it's
Confusing.
yeah.
The-
If it's Tutti Frutti, it ain't that great.
And,
I don't
and,
think
and
it's
this is the
Stinky
moment
Socks.
where Steph realized she loves the taste of stinky socks.
No, I don't. I don't even think I like Tutti Frutti.
This is my thing now. Yeah.
No.
Hmm. Dirty feet. Okay.
Yeah. Num 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 num.
Give me them toesy woesies.
No.
Um,
No. No.
I did. So,
That's almost as bad as when people call cats toe beans. Like I'm just like, no.
Oh,
I
you don't like the toe
overall
beans?
I mean, I get it.
Ew.
I get what you're saying.
Domino, show
Domino's
him the
like,
What I
please.
beans.
see.
Domino's like, please stop doing this. To
Show
me.
him the beans. Show him the
Um,
beans, my guy.
Someone wore I think they said it was Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi.
Yeah,
He was
Steve
in a
Buscemi.
red jacket with like a white shirt with like black writing, and he had a skateboard. And
Hello, fellow
I
kids.
Yeah.
oh, is that what it is? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know. And then what else did I see?
Which makes sense for a 30-year-old's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one that made me laugh really hard was there's this one girl who, like, I already noticed like the really thick like black framed glasses, and then she had a little butterfly, and I was like, I know what that means.
Is there a baby?
It's the
Is this
This one.
oppression?
yeah. Is this different? Yeah, it was like it's like an Asian
It's like some generic anime. I don't know what it's from.
guy,
It's
and then
from
just, like,
an
a
old
yellow
Gundam
butterfly.
episode.
Yeah,
Oh, is
and
it?
he's just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
someone
like
dressed
that
up
one.
as that.
I like the blonde lady that does like, oh, I don't want that, and then the next just like, but maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Brittany Broski.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know what is she an actress or?
She was a Vine person and now TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Slash
I just
YouTube, yeah.
that one just feels like the most appropriate. Like, oh.
Yeah, is that,
Yeah. What else? We like at the party. At the party, my friend's roommate is like a medium psychic, so I spent the whole night picking their brain, just asking 21 questions about a bunch of stuff.
But
It
they
was
already knew
wild.
you would do that.
So they had all the answers prepared on flashcards for you.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was just interesting because, like,
Do you
Um,
believe them?
yeah, I do.
After the conversation, you think they have some kind of psychic ability?
Yes, I do think so.
Can we
It
get them
was-
on the
it was-
podcast?
it was real interesting. No, I asked a lot. We talked for a long time,
Did
and I
you
was
get a
just
free
like,
session where you didn't have to pay?
no. So it was very
what's that
specific. 'cause-
tarot reading?
Yeah,
What's
no,
happening
nothing
in
like
your
that.
love life in the future?
Nothing like that, but I did ask. Okay, so this is pretty much how the conversation went, because I was very open, and I was just like, again, if you don't want to talk about this, like, please just let me know. I've never actually been able to just freely ask anyone, like, or ask someone all these questions.
Yeah, you
so,
don't get
like,
a lot of opportunities like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, "Oh no, I find this actually really refreshing that I can like actually just talk about this openly." I was like, "Perfect." Like I have all the questions. So I was
Jet.
just like, yeah, no. I was asking so much. Well, I guess I don't know how to explain it. If it's technically what is it? Psychic or the
Same thing.
Okay. So pretty
They have-
much it all
They have
started.
psychic abilities, but they would be considered a medium because they interact with spirits.
It all started when my friend told me that their friend, who's more spiritual, saw their like guardian slash like person that follows them. And I was just like, really? What'd they look like? And then she was just like, well, I was told that they're really goofy looking, and it kind of looks like the genie from Aladdin. And I was just like, that's so weird, because I can't imagine just knowing that thing is around me.
Mhm.
When you say the genie
Following.
from Aladdin, do you mean Blue Robin Williams or Blue Will
No,
Smith?
no. More cartoon version. I
There's a
thought of
difference.
that too.
You
Yeah,
used to
guardian
have.
angel, or
I want Baymax
just-
to be my guardian angel.
just someone that follows them. And I was like, that's so interesting. So then I was just like asking, like, no, I asked everything. I was just like, wait, so like, do I have anyone around me? And then he was just like, as of right now, no, I don't see anyone. It's like, okay. And then I was just asking, and I was just like, I was just fascinated because I was just like, so what do you experience in a day? Like, what is your stuff? Because this person sees people, sees the dead, and I was just like, how do you function? Like, I was just like, what is a normal day to you, and how do you like? How does this apply to your life? Because I would like to believe that this takes a huge toll on you and you don't ask for visits, they just happen. So like how do you go about your day when you do things? Like how do you adapt to that? And then he was just well, it's interesting because it's not like I just see people. It can be anything from like smells, it can just be like words or just like things that just come into my head of like something trying to be said, someone trying to be reached. And then I was just like, okay, well, like, do you? I was just like, how does that? I was like, can you tell me some things? Because I wanted to know how, like stuff. And he would tell me about like how he's had like family dinners, and they had they had like his family member pass, and like they could just be eating, and he would just see his grandpa walk past the hallway and just leave, and he would be like, "Oh, grandpa's here," and like it's just normal to his
It sounded like he just
family.
left to me.
Yeah, it's just kind of normal to his family a little bit, because I was just like, are you open with this? Like, do people know that you do this? Like, how open are you? And then he was like saying how like he has another family member who also has experiences, and like it could be anything from just like intense feeling, like just sorrow out of nowhere, or just like he can smell a perfume, or just certain things. And then I was just like, okay, like how do you, I was just like, how do you still function? Because I just can't process that, you know? And then I was just like, you're so like sensitive that I would just think that like you would hear it all the time. And he was just like, no, like I don't hear everything all the time. It just kind of happens randomly. But he was like, but there are places in San Diego that I won't go to. And I was like, can I ask what that is? Like, I'm just real curious. So I don't go there. He won't go to Old Town. Doesn't like going around there, or if he has to, he won't stay long. And he also doesn't like going to Coronado. And I was just like, oh, why? And then he was like, sailors. I see sailors all the time over there, and other
Really?
people, and at the hotels. At the hotel, won't go to hotel. Now we had a conversation because I was just spilling everything. I was talking about my experiences. He was telling me about like his and family and all that. So they went to the Queen Mary a couple years ago, and they did stay the night. They didn't really experience anything like too crazy over there, except just like, I don't know. I guess it was just like a little awkward, but they did say that they were trying to go to the like they were using the elevator, and like they were trying to go to the lobby, and it took them all the way down to like the basement, and the doors opened, and it was just dark and pipes. And I was just like, yeah, no,
Just
I could
dark
not
pipes.
handle that. Like, absolutely not. And I was like,
It's two things I
we
hate the
had a
most:
whole
dark and pipes.
yeah, I was like talking to them, and I was just like, you know, to my knowledge, from what I remember when I visited the Queen Mary, it had signs on the doors that said when an encounter happened or some kind of activity. Like it would say like, oh, someone was reading the newspaper. Oh, someone was reading this. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And then I thought about like, if I were to stay there, I don't think I could sleep. Uh, I don't think I could sleep there.
You just have to close
I
your
don't know. I get
eyes.
too scared of this stuff.
Yo,
Well,
can
it's a good thing you don't see dead people.
Yeah.
No.
could we get him? Could we
Just
get him
like
to
him.
come to my place?
Oh, and
I
hang out with
mean,
Victor?
I'm sure we could act.
See
I
if you
don't
can figure
How
out
long
what's
are you
going on
gonna-
with Victor.
How long are you going to keep this joke going that we knew you were on the floor spinning your chair?
I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Point Loma.
I actually
Mhm.
believe he wasn't there
I
at
don't.
all. And
Anthony would totally spend 10 minutes on the ground.
It was
to
longer
do
than
it.
10 minutes, though. It was
No,
way
it was
longer than
longer
10
than
minutes.
that.
No,
is where
it definitely
the
sounds like
last
a thing I would do. It
the
does sound
last
like a
10
thing I would
minutes-
do.
the last 10 minutes is when things started to ramp up, and then when I text you how ETA, you were like, oh, I'm down the street, and then like 2 minutes later you walked into your room.
Well, the thing is,
I
It
just
was
listened
really-
to that podcast today, and it's more than 2 minutes.
oh
Mm.
yeah, no, I rewatched it. We made clips, but like, to be honest, like,
That's why your back hurts. This is what you should not have been laying on the ground, spinning that chair.
I kept
There's a
like,
heavy chair.
it was really funny, and then it got really scary, and then I was just like, things are happening, and we don't know why.
Steph, I don't know how I feel about your story.
Which one?
The
Me
ghost
talking to a
story.
medium.
Oh,
Well, I mean, this is Steph. Her life is she goes out into the world and just meets the most colorful cast of characters.
That's true.
This is
That
Yeah.
this is just
very
another
true.
bubble pirate or mime with a flip phone.
Yeah.
Now we
was
have
like-
Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah.
I was like asking too, because I was like, wait, do you see anybody here? And it was just like,
Yeah, that guy.
no, nobody's here right now.
Yeah,
And I was
because
like,
there's no
okay.
one ever there.
Well, I don't know. I was just,
But
I believe him. Call me
Do-
crazy, but I just think it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't think
Do spirits
he's
look
messing
different, though?
around with this, huh?
like, do spirits like have like a glow to them? Like, do you look at, oh yeah, that's a spirit over there. I can tell because
Well,
he's
Or do they
shiny.
look like regular people, like Sixth Sense?
Well, that's what I said. I told him how I had a conversation with Jordan about how what we think ghosts would look like. I imagine the ghost is probably in the same outfit they were in when they passed. Like that's just how I imagine it.
Yeah.
Like that they're just like in regular clothes.
And
feel
I
like
wonder what their condition is. Like, well, if a dude got decapitated, is he now just walking around with his head in his hand? Like, is he all bloody?
Beetlejuice
Like,
style.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to see that.
I would
Yeah.
think it's more like the Matrix, and it is a mental image of yourself, not specifically at your time of death, not the clothes
Yeah.
you were wearing, but like if you imagined yourself,
oh, gotcha.
like
gotcha.
whatever that outfit is what you would have.
Okay.
It might not even be a specific outfit. It might just be like Anthony in a black t-shirt and black jeans. Not any specific shirt or jeans that I own,
But just in
but like
some
that would
kind of
be
black
me, 'cause
attire.
that's my mental manifestation.
I can't go down this because, like, as I'm getting older,
Because you scared.
a little bit, but it's mostly due to the fact that if we find out that ghosts are real,
Oh, they
then
are.
that leads into
Yeah.
other things being real, and then I just can't handle that mentally. Like, just like, oh,
Leland,
'cause
it's
in my mind,
okay. Sam and Dean are out there right now, keeping us
Yeah, no.
safe.
like it's kind of like if like for some wild reason we actually found out like God is in fact a real thing, I don't know if I'd handle that well. Like it's just kind of like,
Hi,
oh,
guys,
no,
it's
no,
me.
It'd
I'm
take
good.
a lot.
God
To be
Almighty.
honest-
It would take a lot, you know. So to also like then those ghosts, they have seen way too much.
They gotta
Yeah.
die.
It's
You've
like-
We
seen
gotta-
too much.
so-
We gotta bust them.
it's just like
yeah.
These
so,
ghosts
like,
can't be
no, like-
talking.
it's just the idea, like yeah, no, it bothers me. Like yeah, I don't know, something about it.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
If ghosts are real,
Go ahead.
if
Mhm.
just ghosts are real, Leland,
Mm.
then do you think that leads to vampires being real?
The possibility is slightly more open in my mind.
Oh, I was like, no.
Like,
I,
I think it comes down to it comes back to religion to me, because it's like, okay, so let's say we find
Oh.
out the ghosts are actually real, because that implies a ghost that is here is typically, we're gonna go with the movie trope that they have unfinished business. Some
yeah.
they get as we use in the show Ghost, they get sucked off. So they go back to wherever they need to go, or they go down where they need to go. But that's my problem. They got to go somewhere up or down, and
Do
that
they?
is what. That's yes, because in my mind, that's because where are they then? Like if it.
Dude, they're
No,
just
just tell me
around.
where my train of crazy goes. Like if you introduce a ghost, to me that means there's a heaven and hell, and that means there's a lot more crap happening in life, and that's where I start to get a little.
But
Oh,
what if
yeah.
the electrical impulses that make up who you are, the brain is just hardware, you are the software, and the software is just in energy that reads, interprets, recycles, all that thing. And what if your personality and the energy like conducted and manifested is so strong that you manage to retain a form beyond your passing? Your energy is still there. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be turned into other forces.
I know.
So
I've seen Poltergeist.
Look
instead
at
of
Neil
an
deGrasse
up or a
Whiteman over
down,
here.
yeah, instead of an up or a down, what if it is just dissipation of your energy, or sometimes a personality can be so strong that it can keep itself together enough to manifest in a way that we would interpret like a ghost.
Sure, but they still got to go up and down.
But they don't.
No, but that's I'm not telling you the fact that you're yelling at me. We're not saying this is fact. I'm just telling you this is how the Catholic upbringing works. It's got to be up or down.
I'm just trying to make up a plausible second
Is
theory
that-
that maybe could come back. There is no up or
Sure.
down. There is only out and in.
Yes, but I don't know if you realize that the words that you use were literally what Tangina says to Craig D. Nelson in Poltergeist. Like you use the same phrases.
Maybe that's where it came from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I would look. I love all that spooky stuff. That'd be cool if there was ghosts and they did helped out. Like I don't know, touch an
dude.
angel or something. I
Touched
don't
by an
know.
angel.
Touched by an angel.
Also not good.
No, angels?
All right, Timmy.
Being
Show me
touched
the
by
doll.
angels?
Where did the angel touch you?
Yeah. I mean, in that show, they were nice. It's like,
Yeah, no,
There's a nice Irish
was-
lady and the black one.
like I was also asking 21 questions of like, because I was like, do you enjoy scary? I was like, just wondering, do you enjoy watching scary movies? Do you do that? And then
Ghost
it was
is his
just like,
favorite movie.
and then he was just like, oh no, he was like, yes, but I'm super scared of them. Like I get super scared of watching that. And I was like, but you deal with the real thing. How does that equate to like a show that you know isn't real?
Because
or, like,
Steph,
a movie?
if one thing can be real, that means more things can be real.
Yeah, but he was just like, well, he
Yeah.
was just saying how like it just feels
Vampires.
different, that it's not as
Werewolves.
scary, if that makes sense. Like to him, I was
So if
just
there's
like, okay.
ghosts, then there's a heaven or a hell. And if there's a heaven or a hell, there's angels and demons. If there's
There's-
demons, then there's possession. If there's possession, then The Exorcist is a documentary.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't
that
know.
was 2 beans for you, right?
Damn.
Who, me? Wait.
No, because Anthony
No,
said
no,
heaven,
no.
heaven, and he said that
Oh.
twice, and then his reaction right in there was the Kendrick Lamar album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, Anthony, you jumped 5 this Tonight Show.
Oh.
No, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
No,
I'm just compared to everybody else, you have 5 more. That's what I was getting at.
Oh.
Yeah.
like
Current tallies are Anthony is at 10. Jordan and I are tied at 5, and Steph is at 4.
We
but
really
I
got to
also
start drinking.
I haven't been present half the show, so I feel kind of bad.
That's one way to do it.
I don't want to have like an advantage just because I wasn't present. But I'm
Hey,
also not holding back.
that's
on
the
much.
advantage.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Uh-oh.
With that
He's out
being
of
said,
his
Oh, no.
go-go juice that'll take away the taste.
Oh. Oh yeah, you still got to take yours to go.
He has
Do
no
you
more
have your
happy
Fireball
juice.
handy? You got whiskey right behind you in that Irish thing. Just
I don't wanna-
just do-
There's Maker's Mark too. Oh yeah,
The
the Irish
Maker's-
one's
the-
open.
The Maker's
Yeah, we've
Mark
already-
isn't open.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I know. It was
It was
F U U U
That
U
was
U.
clear.
It was a
You weren't
pho.
saying like noodles. You said
I said noodles.
no, you didn't.
I did. I said pho. There was no
we already
there was no hard C
Awesome.
sound.
Ah,
There was no
Imagine
hard
that.
C sound.
All right, we'll let that one go. We'll let that one go.
okay. All
I-
right.
I can't because of the pain pills.
Oh,
Oh, that's okay.
or you can.
This guy again.
look, it'll just make them really strong.
I mean,
Ooh,
Good
ooh,
luck.
that could be an orange cream popsicle.
I think it's white. No? Is that coconut? You don't
Oh.
even
Rotten
like
egg.
coconut.
rotten
Oh,
egg.
that'd be great if he goes, oh, it's coconut, and he has the same reaction.
I know. That's what I was like looking. I was like, stop
I mean,
that.
I would. I don't like coconut.
Ugh,
I like more for me.
Hopefully,
I like
you pull a blue one as your last one.
they're
Oh.
not blue.
Oh
Red.
no,
No, the red
pomegranate
one.
or old bandage.
Well, then
Hope
I
it's
got this
pomegranate.
darker red that's spotted too.
That one is.
No, that's
Oh,
the bad
that
one.
is
That's the
oh,
bad
is
one,
that
I
liver
think.
and
That's
onions?
the bad one.
Yeah, this is
No,
a
I-
lighter red, maybe pink. All my lights mess with everything.
It could also be the same one, just no white
No
marks
spot.
on it. Oh, he looks okay.
Oh.
Nope.
What was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's what I look like in the shower.
why? Oh,
Ah.
do you not know how to shower properly?
No, I do. It's just when the water hits me, that's what I
She,
start doing.
she just
about
goes in
stuff.
the. She just goes in the shower and just does the chicken dance.
And then she does her squats. Remember? She
Oh,
has
yeah.
shower squats.
Sure, shower
Shower
squats.
squats.
And I thought of you guys. I was just
In the
like
shower?
laughing at me
Thank
because
you.
I'm
She
doing.
thought of us in the
I
shower.
was like laughing at me because I do squats in the shower. Look at my form. My knees are touching the sides.
Wait,
It was-
what?
Oh.
Good time. Well, because the shower is only like your feet apart size. So in the shower, when I'm going up and down, like my knees are touching the sides.
Go long ways.
No, because I wanted to face the other way. I wanted the
think that was
shower
liver
on
and
my
onions.
back. I wanted.
Yeah, it looked kind of.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it was liver and
Makes
onions.
sense.
Like
All
That's
right.
there's
a
some kind
really
of
bad
imitation
one.
of food sense I
Yeah.
have to it.
Yeah, liver and
All right.
onions.
I hope
one's
this
not
is
fun.
pomegranate for you.
Not fun.
It looks like it's fine. There you
Yeah.
Pomegranate. Oh,
there we
thank
go.
God.
Okay. Ugh.
Shower
Done?
squats.
Do you have more?
No, just the 3. That's all I had to
Okay.
do. Ugh.
Yeah, no. So pretty much, okay, after this whole discussion and all that,
Uh-huh.
I was told that if I wanted to at another setting, if we wanted to go over anything about like anything, we could do another session and see how
You
that
can
goes.
call him, and it'll be $2.99 per minute.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
$1.99
no.
each additional minute.
Yes.
Just take him to Anthony's place so we can find out if there's anything we
Yes.
should worry about.
That would be really interesting. I mean, I wouldn't mind
Just
asking
bring some sage to
like,
burn.
if it didn't, we'll see.
Yeah,
'Cause,
no,
like,
ask if like sage and stuff like that does anything.
Or if it's just
Oh,
total
no.
BS.
No, he's cleansed a place so that like had a lot of issues. So
Can
it's
she?
like okay.
Is he
Oh.
short?
Right?
Is he short?
Did I
What?
say? I thought I said SHIT. Did I not say that?
Did you?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chat.
okay.
Let us
Chad
know.
will
thought
tell
I
us in a
said-
minute.
He's like cleansed a place that had a lot of. I think that's what I said. Please tell me if I did.
I didn't
we'll
hear
take it
it.
if I did.
I
I
didn't hear
thought
it.
I did, but if I didn't, I don't want to take it.
Maybe-
if I don't
maybe
have
the
to.
bean police
Next
will
month
come
we need to
back.
hire we need to hire a bean policeman.
The bean
The chat-
police.
Is the bean police?
Yeah. No, but so after this whole conversation, next day I go over to my dad's. I'm talking on Tining. I'm telling her everything that I just talked
Oof.
about with this. Come to find out, a lot of people who have third eyes apparently. or it's just a known thing that like, hey, we have these interactions. Let's just not talk about it or
Please
tell
tell me
Steph.
what Auntie Ning has to say about all this.
Well, one, she told me a story. Well, she's like not bothered at all by ghosts. Like that doesn't bother her. I had issues where I was just like I love my relatives, don't get me wrong, I do. I loved my loved ones, but if they surprised me and I was not ready for it, I would freak out.
Good.
Because now it's just you're not human.
See,
So
I'm glad.
I have
I'm glad I
issues.
know this stuff. I am going to haunt you. I am going to
I
do
was
it.
like, stop. I have issues where I'm just like, I know you're a loved one, but I think I'm afraid that I'm gonna be too confident that I think you're a loved one and you're not who I think I'm interacting with.
Right before you
So
go
I
to
think
sleep,
it's
I'm gonna
the
turn on your light.
yeah. I stop. I think it's the
Then I'm
unknown.
gonna lightly slap you in the face.
I'm gonna be mad. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah, no, because like even when I went to the Philippines, there was a lot there that I was just like, is there any spirits here? Like, I don't want to sleep alone.
Are you
I
asking them if there are?
Don't worry, you're not sleeping
Well, I
alone.
was asking my auntie and like stuff because it's like, things happen. Like, yeah, I was like, we were talking about it, but like, she's told me stuff that happens at like the care home that she works at. Like, she told me about how like she was in room 219 and like she one time got up and she was like really drowsy, but when she was walking down the hallway, she saw like a big man that was in her way to the point that she walked up and said, "Oh, I'm sorry because I was in your way," but it was a ghost. So she naturally interacted as if it was a person there, but it
But
was
then she
not.
walked through him, knowing
But
that it was a ghost.
she just said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and it was no one. And she was just like, "Okay." And then she found out later on that yeah, the room that she was in, someone died in there. And then they say that's the man, like there's the man in 219. And then she had a new coworker who started, and they didn't say anything to her. And she mentioned seeing the man in 219 and also seeing the lady who plays the piano. And then they started talking about the old tenants that passed away and what they did. And there was a man in 219 and a lady who always plays the piano that passed. Yes.
Is anyone else imagining the man to be like similar in shape to Kingpin from Cross the Spider-Verse?
Did you imagine that too?
Yeah, yeah, I
He
did.
was bald. I
Yeah,
imagined
yeah.
a bald man.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So there was that. Then I started talking to my dad. Same conversation, told him about the thing, found out he's had some experiences and he's pretty sensitive to getting the vibes and things of that.
So, Steph,
And then
are you
we
the
all
only one without the shinning?
well, my thing is okay, I've never seen ghosts, but I've seen shadow people. Like the shadows, I've seen the shadows.
We prefer African American.
Oh my god, here we go. Of course. Yeah, no.
Good. I'm glad you picked that
Oh,
up.
Thank you, Jet. Yeah, no, I've seen, and I haven't seen them lately, but I've seen shadow people in my life. They always happen in a hallway, almost always, and you only see like the part that's already leaving your view. It's never head on. It's always just like in the like if I'm looking this way, it's happening right here. It's always just the corner of my eye. I never see it directly.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't
Did
hear
I-
it.
What, Scott? Can you put it in the sentence that I said? Apparently, I said the
GD rule.
heavenly the Heavenly Father's Kendrick
Oh.
Lamar album.
Okay.
GD, man. Just say that.
Yeah, it seemed too dumb.
Which one? What you
Uh,
said?
Oh,
Huh?
The holy swear. Yeah, I like that. The holy swear.
Ooh, that's all.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
No, so yeah, like we were talking about that, and my dad was like telling me like random ghost stories of like places that he's like there was one house he was working on, and he just said he had like weird vibes every time he went to the hallway because he had to go through the hallway to get to the bathroom he was remodeling. And then he kind of mentioned like, hey, there's like a getting an off feeling here, and the landlord essentially, or the person who owned the building, didn't care to share until just then that like the girl died in the hallway, and that's where my dad's been walking through and feeling, and I was like,
Mm.
ooh, okay. Interesting. But like when we had a
Wee.
yeah, when we had to talk about it, like my dad was saying how like he hasn't seen anything, he just gets weird vibes, but he also feels the need to like still be respectful because they're still roaming the place, I guess. So
Well,
like
you have to be
example,
respectful because if they're real, they can come and hurt you.
yeah,
True.
like example, like if my dad had to use like the bathroom or something, he'd be like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna use this real quick." Like he feels the need to voice that out
Yeah.
to just to the environment, I guess, or just to the area, just like, "Hey,
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry,
I feel that
I'm
Moaning
gonna
Myrtle
use
knows she
this."
died in the bathroom.
That's on her.
Yeah,
That's on
no,
her.
I don't know.
Live
Yeah,
her
but
life
like my
listening to other
dad,
people evacuate their bowels.
yeah, but my dad was just like, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna use this," and then like he'll just say stuff like that because we again, this is like an ongoing conversation in the next 2 days where I kept telling the story that I talked to, and then I was getting more conversation back than I thought I was gonna get, and it was real interesting. It was a real spooky weekend, I guess you can say.
So
I will
spooky.
have you
That's
know,
almost the season.
Saturday when I came home, I like I felt off. Um like to the point that like when I was in the shower I actually got scared and I was trying to hurry. Um so in my bathroom, like the shower, like where the shower is, we have those sliding doors that you can see through them but it's blurry, right?
Hmm.
So if there's something beyond the door, like example, my computer chair. If I can see my computer chair with my towel on it from my bathroom from the shower, it will look like someone standing there. So, because it looked like that, I had to have I ended up just opening the sliding door to I was exposed, but the sliding door just so I could see with my own eyes what I'm looking at
Be like,
and
hey,
not
knock it off.
through, yeah, and not through like a I guess constricted view from the
Yeah.
blurred sliding door. Like I needed to visually see something if there was something going to be there. I can't have my mind playing tricks on me. So, yeah, like after that I just got that off feeling cuz like literally, yeah, this whole weekend was someone telling me some kind of ghost story or vibe. Like Friday night when me and Jordan were watching
Cabinet of
Cabinet of
Curiosities.
Curiosities, I had I had waited to go downstairs, and when I went downstairs, it just so happened our roommate's friends were leaving. And when I was downstairs with my roommate, I was just like, "Oh yeah, like we were watching, Cabinet of Curiosities upstairs," and he was just like, "Oh yeah, we were exchanging ghost stories down here," and I was like, "Oh no," and I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Well, one of their friends were talking about the first apartment they moved in, and like one of the nights." They just would only see the back upper port, like like from like the back. Yeah, they only kept seeing the back of an old lady's, like an old grandma's, like head, like on the couch. Like it was always just the back view of her on the couch,
Hmm.
and I was just like, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I could not stay there. I would leave.
You
I-
expecting her to sit on the couch like reverse granny style or something?
no, I just
That's what
don't
you would
like the
see.
back. I
You'd
just
see the back of her head.
that just creeps me out. I think that's what it is. It just creeps me out. I keep hearing stories of like people having like encounters or whatever, and I'm just like I could not I'm just thankful that I've never been in a position where, like, hey, this is my house and it's haunted, and I have nowhere to go but to deal with it. And I think that's what my issue would be, is just like, if something was there, I could not do it. I would. I don't know where I would go. I would be stuck. I think that's what it is. I'd be like, well, this is my life. I don't know if I can. I don't think I'm mentally strong enough for this. Ooh.
So
I
so
could
if
not.
like if the gates like flew open and we were swamped with ghosts, you would just mentally check out. You'd be like,
I
nope,
think-
can't handle
Nope.
this.
You're just
Yeah,
gonna lay
I
down,
don't
just
think-
let whatever
Nope.
happens
Yeah, I'll
happen.
just
Yeah.
no. I just could not.
Like all
No,
the all the radiation from our cell phones gives us the third eye, and now we all see spirits.
Yeah, I could not. I don't think I could handle it. Like, think about it. I'm 34. I was scared that night. I slept with the blanket over me, and I just stayed under the sheet, and I was like, every once in a while I stuck my lips out to breathe cool air, and then I just went back in. I get scared.
Steph, this is why you keep your TV on and playing something that's just like a 24-hour music thing or something. So you have that light going on.
I mean, yeah.
So if you take a peek, you could see something.
Yeah, no, that's why I wear
Coming
like the
at
sleep
you?
mask.
It's
Yeah,
better than
that's
just seeing
what-
the shadow.
Yeah. Like, I had this whole discussion. I even told my dad about, like, just like, I'll wake up, and if I see figures because a blanket was over here, or just like something looked like a thing, like
Just
the
punch
other
first.
day, it was so weird. The other day, so I have that shirt that I have Tifa's face on, right?
Yeah.
And I hung it like on my laundry basket, like right next to my dresser. But in my peripheral vision,
Peripheral?
it looked like
Peripheral?
someone it looked like someone sitting down on the ground with their like knees tucked and their shoulders or with their arms like this, and it just looked like this. And it just looked like someone was just
Little Misha
kneeling
Barton.
on the
Yeah.
side view of my eyes, and it freaked me out.
You look at it and she just
Like,
throws up
I had to-
everywhere.
I had to actually move the shirt because in my side vision, it looked like someone sitting there. Like, I had to move it, like, because I can't.
And it
Things
definitely
make-
wasn't your imagination.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm not very brave, guys. I get really scared.
No one said
Tell
you
you
were.
right now. Like, it really messes with me. I've even explained like a couple weeks ago on the podcast when we had a friend who said paranormal stuff happened to their house and it was just normal, and I was just like, this is
Yeah, that was the one with all
not
the
a
kids'
normal
ashes in
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is not a normal thing. I mentioned that story to the
the
psychic
medium?
person. Yeah. And they were just like, oh yeah. So sometimes there's ghosts and spirits that really just mess with you. Like, I had an uncle that jokes all the time. He'll take your keys and hide it
That's
and put it
rude.
somewhere that you didn't put. And then I was just like, I don't like that that's a thing.
That would be one of the first questions
Especially if,
I
like,
would have.
Jaden
Is
already
like,
said he's just gonna mess with me and
Yeah.
just joke with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, dude, I just see me like just literally in the future just freaking out, and I'm just like, this is what he thought was funny.
this old
It ain't
Steph
funny.
in a home, rocking back
I'm
and
not
forth.
happy. I
Gotta
don't
die.
want
Gotta
to
die.
do this
gotta
anymore.
Die. Gotta die.
Yeah, it's oof.
Okay, what if
Yeah,
I do
those
like
is-
useful things for you? You're like,
I don't know,
oh,
like-
I don't know where my keys are, and then like I just drop them on the ground somewhere, and you're like, oh, there they are.
Thanks,
Oh,
Jordan.
okay. Thank you, Jordy.
And you're gonna know it's me because the kids be in the middle of nowhere, just like
I can put these here.
no, you hear them drop. You're just gonna hear them drop, but it's like nowhere near like a table or anything. It's just all right.
Oh man.
But what you didn't know is that he had him the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Safekeeping.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed this ridiculous, spoopy conversation, then please be following us on all of our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find us by searching League of Ridiculous Conversations or at LORC Podcast. We are also here on Twitch tonight, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go live. We're also back on it on Thursdays with Co-op Thursdays, and on Sunday we get the community together for large multiplayer games. We play together just this past Sunday. We played some of the new Jackbox games.
Yeah.
Had a blast. Super good time. And you can have a good time with us if you want. Just make sure you are part of our Discord. That Discord is a free community filled with some of the most amazing human beings that you could possibly find. And an overall fantastic server where every channel is alive, from the memes to the not safe for works. T to B, we got it going on. If you are not here in the chat to see the link, reach out to us at any of those social medias and we'll get you going. If you would like to catch up on this show, if you came in late, we are a podcast 1 week later, or you can watch us and see all the shenanigans on YouTube /LRC podcast, probably.
At LRC Podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the YouTube /LRC.
It's youtube.com/user/@LRC Podcast.
Okay.
That thing. But you can just Google LORC podcasts and
Yeah.
find us.
Yes.
So, Steph, if people have more questions about the paranormal, how could they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at StephNoids. That's STBHUHNOIDS. I post stuff. Leland? Where can people find you?
If you want to follow my art adventures, it's Leland Pierce Art or Tiki Adventures at Pineapple Pierce on Instagram. There might be art coming for October.
Ooh.
Not for this, but I mean, just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Send me your thoughts. I don't need any prayers.
THOTT.
Yep. You can find me on
send
most
you
social media
tots.
platforms. You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Yeah. If it's a thing that exists, I'm probably on it as at Jordan is a Bear. Anthony,
These are facts.
take us home.
And you can find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. So until next week, we've got one more week of No Swear September, one more week of dodging bullets and eating beans. And after that, it's Halloween season, baby. 2 weeks from our very first costume reveal. We're all of October, every show, new costumes. And we've got some other fun activities that we're working up. So September, great month for the podcast. October, also fantastic. Tell everyone about it. Let's get the community even bigger. Let's get the numbers up. Let's see if we can reach some new goals over this fall. So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you next week.
Ghost.
Bye.
Bye. Woo.
Ooh.
Boo, boo, boo.
Woo.
I mean, not yet, because it's still one more, and then
It's always boo, boo, boo in our hearts.
it's true. Are we doing nights?
No.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. No nights for the 8th consecutive week.
We could have nights on Discord. Start
Find
a
us on
conversation
Discord.
there.
Yes,
Night starts now and ends when the next podcast starts.
it's true. In Discord, it's always nights.
It's always, especially in that Boulder channel.
Oh man. Now I
There's,
can
there's the not safe for work, and now there's the Boulder channel just above that as far as safety goes.
now I can hop in that channel and understand what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. See you later.